What is going on, guys? It's IPC Tuts here. Welcome back to a new video. I know I haven't made a new video in a long time, but yeah, here's a new video. Basically, I'm going to show you guys how to basically speed up Windows 10. The settings are quite simple, really easy to do, so I'm just going to dive straight into it. So the most easy one to do, or the most common one that we see, is you go into your File Explorer, so you get this. Right click on this PC, hit Properties, and this little window comes up. What you do is you hit the Advanced System Settings, go to the Performance tab, go Settings, and then you alter these settings. Now, for best performance, obviously you'll adjust it so that you can just click the Adjust for Best Performance. That will give you the best performance, but there are some features to me that I want to keep in, so I've just removed like the translucent rectangle, so when I try and highlight things like this with my mouse, you don't see the blue typically by default when you try and highlight something. You just see like this grey line, and other stuff like shadows and stuff like that. And you can alter these. I just disable the animations, the fades, disabling the shadows and the mouse pointer windows, and the translucent thing. I like everything else, so I keep it on. So that's a very easy setting. The next thing is services. Now, I'll just show you it first. So go down to the Start menu, right click, and go Control Panel. It'll pop up like this. Then just type in Service, and then you'll see View Local Services. You'll get a window like this, and basically you'll have it's like background services that load up through Windows 10, and sometimes through some applications that you download and have, but obviously, yeah. So what you can do in here is you can disable quite a lot of them. I'll just show you here. There's a little notepad of the tutorial. These here, the diagnostics policy service, the distributed link tracking client, the IP help offline files, program compatibility assistance service, portable device enumerator service, the print spooler, that's if you don't have a printer, remote registry, and secondary logon and security center. These services in here you can safely turn off or disable, and yeah, pretty much it. I've done the exact same, so you can do it and it'll run perfectly fine. Now when you start up Windows, those services will not start up at all, which gives a little bit more speed to Windows 10. Now the next thing is startup entries. So this is inside the Task Manager. So if we go onto the taskbar here, and you right click and you go Task Manager, or you can do Control Alt Delete, and it will pop up with a few options. Just click Task Manager, and you'll get this, and it will show you like all the program stuff that's going on. You want to go over to the Startup tab, and what I like to do is click the status tab thing here, so you can see what is disabled and then enabled. Sorry, and all you want to do is disable the ones that you don't want to start up. For example, on startup, Advanced System Care 8 would start up, which is a program that allows it's a program that basically just cleans my computer and optimizes it a little bit more. But I don't want it to start up, so I just click it and hit this little button down here, which should say disable. And you just do this with other programs that you don't want to start up. But be sure to keep like important programs open, such as NVIDIA, maybe some Microsoft programs you might see, like Microsoft drivers and stuff like that. So the next thing is power, like power options. So what you do is you want to go back into the control panel. So start, right click, control panel, and you're just going to type in power, and then click the first option here, which is change power saving settings. and go into here. Now, for you it'd be like you'll be on like power saver, but this will be like tucked in. Just click this little arrow thing here and just click on high performance. And what I also do is go into the change plan settings, flick these onto never. This is just my opinion. If you want to put the computer to sleep after a certain time, you can set that and the display. But then I also like to click the change advanced power settings and just run through it to ensure that everything's done. So in here you can just pause. I'll just quickly flick through it and you guys can alter to whatever your heart's content, pretty much. I don't think I didn't really change a lot in this, to be honest. Never that this is a thing that changes. Yeah. And there's sleep after. Then USB settings. I'm getting confused. Don't need to change those. Don't need to change those. Yep, that's it pretty much. So that's another thing that is that speeds up Windows 10. Now, another thing with the Windows 10 is this taskbar stuff and how it looks, along with like the transparency effects that Windows 10 has brought in. It's a little bit different compared to Windows 8, but it's really easy to change. So what you want to do is go down to the Start menu, click on Settings, ignore that mine says Installer Inhin. It's Dutch for install, or the Dutch word for settings. You just want to click it, and this window will pop up, which is like the Windows 10 settings. What you're going to do is you're going to hit the Personalize tab in the top right corner. Personalization, sorry. And then you want to go down to the colors, and the setting you want to turn off is this one here, the Make Start Taskbar and Action Center transparent. So if I click it, you can see down here it makes it transparent, so you can see through it. And if I turn it off, it's pretty much just a solid color. And what you can do is you can click this as well if you want, and it'll turn the color off, so it's just black. Personally, I find it a little bit boring, so I turn it on, and you can choose a color from up here and do all that. Yeah, that's pretty much that saying. The next one is a program like background startup. So what you want to do is you're going to go right click on the start menu, and hit run. You'll get this little thing pop up, and you want to type in msconfig. It'll go up like that. Just type that in, hit OK, and then this system configuration window will pop up. Don't touch anything, just go straight to services and hit the hide all Microsoft services, which will basically hide everything like Windows 10 orientated, and it leaves behind all the program like background services that you have. And what you want to do is you want to go through this and disable all the ones that you don't want running in the background. This is kind of separate from the services that we just looked at, which is the view local services. They're both like two different things, so be sure to do both and go through and have a look. Try not to disable any like Intel or like CPU stuff, graphics card stuff, hard drive like stuff, because they may be like involved with like drivers, and that could like damage and cause problems for you. So that's another one. That will pretty much sum up the video, but I'm actually going to give you some bonuses. There is a program called CCleaner. There's an update for it right now, but I'm not going to do it. It's basically just a really small program that cleans up your computer, such as temporary files, program files. Just cleans them up, along with the Windows stuff and the other like applications that you have. But it's a really easy program. I also enabled these two options, the Windows event and the old prefetch. And it also has a little registry cleaner. So you click scan for issues, it scans your registry files, and there you go, it found all these errors. You used to hit fix selected issues because they'll all be highlighted, and it'll ask you for a backup. And you can hit yes or no and then fix all selected issues. But I'm not going to do it because I don't need to. And then there's kind of a Windows thing. It's always been in Windows, but you can also get like a third-party program to do it for you as well. There's loads of them out there you can download and try. But there's a thing called Defrag. Now, what I'm going to do is go not File Explorer. Sorry about that. Control panel. I'm going to just type in Defrag, I may believe. Defrag and optimize your drives. And all you have to do is highlight all three or highlight whatever. I don't know what this is. But anyway. What you do is highlight them all and just hit optimize all. And it'll basically just scan your drives for all the files, and then it starts optimizing them. And like, if I try to explain what defrag is, it'd probably take up like twice the size of the video, so I'm just not going to bother to do it. But basically just highlight this, hit out, optimize all. Maybe do this like once every between 1 to 3 months, maybe, depending on how much you use your PC. You can also have like a schedule, turn on optimize schedule. You can set a schedule for yourself and how often it optimizes. For the CC cleaner thing that I just showed you, maybe do that like once every maybe once a week or maybe once a month, like the same as optimization. But be sure to do CCleaner first and then then do the defrag, because yeah, just do that. It's just how it is. Another thing is to clean the hard drive from like update files and stuff. So if we go, I think we just type in disk and it comes up. There we go. Clear disk space by deleting unnecessary files, and you click it, comes up like this. Just hit C drive and it says disk cleanup. And what this does, it'll search the C drive for like log files, any kind of file that's like unneeded. And you can see here, like, it does this. You just do it in here as well. Do this first, go back into it, then hit this little button here, clean up system files. Click that, then just do C drive again, and it'll rescan. And I think this time it comes up with Windows update files. So like when Windows has gone and done an update, it doesn't remove like the files that it's used. It's just like kept in there. And yeah, just basically just highlight them all and hit OK, and it should clean them off and just delete them all. Very simple. What's the next one? Keep your drivers up to date. Basically, when you have a computer, you have like driver files for pretty much like everything that you have on your computer, maybe even like things that are plugged in, such as your graphics card, your CPU, maybe even your RAM and your hard drive, and your monitors and speakers, mouse, keyboard, microphone, whatever. You just want to do your very best to keep them up to date. Have a look at the manufacturer who's made the product and find your product and get the drivers. Doing this is, you know, it'll keep everything up to date and it'll keep your computer well optimized and running smoothly. If you don't, you'll fall behind, and when new games come out or new programs come out that are all up to date, you might start getting a bit slow because you're not optimized with your drives. What do I use? I use Driver Booster 2. If it loads, I don't know if it's going to load. It's going to load. This is a part of the Advanced System Care program that I got. And it's what, let's see, it's just scanned, and now it's showing me what is out of date and what's, you know, what needs to be updated. So I can just hit update now and it'll update it. But for reasons I'm just not going to, because it's tutorial. Just exit it. Sorry, it's opening these programs. I've kept them open in the background. What's the next thing? Remove unused software. So what you're going to do is go down to Control Panel again, right click, Control Panel, and then just hit this button, uninstall the program. Now, depending on who you are, what kind of person you are, you'll have rather a lot of programs or not so many. And in my case, there's not loads, but there's quite a few. what you want to do is go have a look through all the programs that you have in here, and if there's a program that you've not used for like absolutely ages and you think, yeah, I'm not going to use that program anymore for whatever reason, just click it and hit uninstall, because you're not going to use it. It's taking up hard disk space. Maybe that program there that's not doing anything actually has a service in the background that's running, and that's obviously taking like RAM and CPU power, and obviously that's taking up resources, which makes you go slower. So just go through this list, remove any programs that you're not using, but again, be sure to keep programs such as like Intel stuff, Microsoft stuff, and like your graphics card, CPU stuff, and just general like stuff like that, because they're connected to how your computer runs and works and stuff like that. So the next thing, sorry, my headset turned off. The next thing would be such things as mouse shadow. I can't remember if I saw this in here. I think it was. It wasn't. Anyway, hold on. Control panel. It's just mouse shadow basically. So you go in control panel, do mouse, change mouse settings, and you go pointer options. Make sure you've got the mouse shadow off. This here. If you hit enable, you can see now under my mouse I've got like a shadow. I think it's pointless. Like, it's completely pointless. Just turn it off. It's pretty much it. It just saves that extra, power resource. The next bonus thing in general is like upgrading your PC. Now, the ultimate way to speed up Windows 10 is to literally just upgrade your computer, because if you can get like these good like graphics cards that have come out, like CPU and all the best RAM, especially I would highly recommend getting an SSD, a solid state drive. They are absolutely amazing compared to normal hard drives, simply because they just load things like so much faster. I've got Windows 10 on it, and Windows 10 runs like a god, and like when I start up, it literally takes like 3 seconds for my computer to turn on, because my operating system is on my SSD. The speed between an SSD and a HDD is like, it's uncomparable. Like it's massive, the difference that you can have. But also you could like upgrade your CPU, your GPU, and RAM and stuff like that, and just upgrade your PC in general. Now, the next thing, which is it's pretty much self-explanatory, which is why I haven't put it in like the actual like showing you and stuff, is check for viruses and malware and stuff like that. You want to get yourself an antivirus and basically just run a scan every so often, even like set a scheduled scan for yourself. The reason being is because viruses, if you've got viruses on your computer, number one, you're in danger for a start. Like, the virus can cause a lot of problems for you, can slow down your computer, can take information, and you could get things hacked and, a load of problems for yourself. You'd want to make sure that you do regular scans. I think I use a free version of antivirus called Panda Free Antivirus. There's loads out there. There's Avast, there's AVG, there's loads. Just go check them out and choose whichever one you prefer. And the last two things is Windows Update. Now, Windows Update is a bit of a pain. So what you want to do is go into the Start menu, hit Settings, and then hit this Update and Security, and the Windows Update tab. You want to go Advanced Options, and you see this thing here, like this droppy down thing. What you're going to do is just click it and hit Notify to schedule a restart, and you can alter the settings in here. But what it'll do, instead of it like automatically installing like updates, instead it'll just give you a notification saying, hey, we've got some updates. It'd be really cool if we could get them done or whatever. But if you put it on automatic, it'll automatically like install it, like all the updates. And if you're in the middle of a game, or if you're in the middle of using a program and an update's going off in the background, it can make it lag and go a little bit slower. So I'd recommend doing this. It's not necessary, but it's like, it makes a difference. I have it on strictly. Now the last thing is I'm a little bit 50-50 with it, because it's a thing called Registry Tweaks. It's a website here on askvg.com, and you can go through these step-by-step things to tweak registries on Windows 10 to like change certain things. For example, like bring the older version, like the previous UI version of this back from like Windows 8 or 7. I can't remember which one it was. But doing this could potentially increase your performance. But like I said, it's just a case of like, I personally don't want to do it, but if you guys want to check it out, then you're more than welcome. I'm pretty sure it should increase FPS, but I'm not doing it. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If this did help you, please give a like, favorite, subscribe if you want more. If there's any problems, post them in the comments. Hopefully someone else can help you as well. Yeah, thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.